If you worry about battery life, this iPhone 18 Pro improvement might be another reason to avoid the iPhone 17. The iPhone 18 Pro will get a small improvement that will probably make your battery last a little bit longer. There are already some reports that might make you want to skip the iPhone 17 and wait for the iPhone 18 instead. There are some clear reasons to wait for next year's flagships, such better processors, cameras, and newer versions of iOS. But there's also a small reason to wait. After years of trial and error, Apple was eventually able to create an in-house cellular modem to minimize its need on Qualcomm. This modem, the C1, appeared in this year's new budget model, the iPhone 16e. However, it wasn't good enough to make it to the top-of-the-line models, and the same will hold true this year for the iPhone 17 lineup as well. But according to Apple insider Mark Gurman, with next year's flagships, Apple is adding its in-house cellular processor to the Pro models as well. This will obviously not be the C1 modem, but rather the C2 or even the C3 if claims about the C2 being a test-only chip are right. Whether Apple is able to push up its performance to be on par with Qualcomm's CPUs is absolutely up in the air for now, but there is almost surely going to be another benefit. With an in-house modem, Apple will be able to do what it now does with its A-series and M-series CPUs in its phones and MacBook computers, respectively. The hardware and software synergy could be tuned to such an extent that the iPhone 18 Pro may have somewhat greater battery life than it would have done with a Qualcomm chip. While that extra increase wouldn't actually be that visible on the Pro models, Apple is fattening them up again for bigger batteries. It will still be a good feature. This is also why this year's very tiny iPhone 17 Air is rumored to feature Apple's own modem as well, given it only has a battery size of 2,900 milliamps. And even if the battery life isn't a perceptible rise up for the user, Apple will undoubtedly notice the reduction in production expenses. Whether the corporation passes on those reductions to its users, however, remains to be seen. A few days ago, a leaker suggested the iPhone 18 would include a smaller dynamic island. This week, a different insider claims Apple will reuse the iPhone 17 Pro design for next year's iPhone 18 Pro versions, but teased the 2026 Pro models will feature a more translucent area on the back, where ceramic shield glass covers the MagSafe magnets and aluminum chassis in the current generation. According to Digital Chat Station, a Weibo leaker with more than 3 million followers who has delivered correct iPhone rumors in the before, Apple is already working on the iPhone 18 design. The iPhone 18 Pro variants are rumored to include a similar horizontal camera plateau and a triple-lens camera system on the rear. Also, the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max should be about as large as its predecessors, since Apple may retain the 6.3-inch and 6.9-inch displays. However, the leaker believes that the back cover of the phone will have a somewhat transparent design. Also significant is a detail detailing the vapor chamber that Apple implemented this year, which is laser welded to the metal chassis. The iPhone 18 Pro variants likely get vapor chambers composed of stainless steel. Will the iPhone 18 Pro be transparent? The transparency detail is certainly the most perplexing element in the otherwise credible narrative. The usage of stainless steel for the vapor chamber is also an interesting assertion. It's too early to determine why Apple might want to update the current design. Then again, Apple might simply be testing various prototypes before it settles on a final design. The iPhone 17 Pro design has been divisive from the minute Apple revealed the new Pro variants. Some folks didn't like the huge horizontal camera plateau, while others didn't appreciate the strong orange color option. The Pros also sport the new aluminum chassis, which provides the back a two-tone appearance. Moreover, the metal curls towards the back to meet the ceramic shield glass that covers the lower two-thirds. The use of glass guarantees that the wireless charging capabilities is kept, including MagSafe support. However, some users didn't like Apple's new clear cases for the iPhone 17 series, which contain a white layer that covers the entire ceramic shield piece. Turning that ceramic shield panel into a little translucent cover might be equally contentious, though some people could prefer the transparency. If Apple employs the same aluminum metal chassis for the iPhone 18 Pros, a transparent piece of ceramic shield glass would allow us a view at a part of the chassis, the vapor chamber, and the MagSafe ring of magnets. But it's probable not all purchasers would like a clear design. While these designs remain theoretical, some people have made translucent iPhone 16 Pros in the past. Though the only bad news for iPhone 18 as significant camera improvement apparently delayed till iPhone 19. All attention may be on the iPhone 17 and the impending awe-dropping launch event, but there are still iPhone 18 rumors going their rounds online at this early stage. Unfortunately, a recent report indicates one of the rumored changes won't actually materialize until iPhone 19. Last year, analyst Ming-Chi Kuo said that Samsung would start selling 48-megapixels ultra-wide camera lenses to Apple in 2026, with the purpose of integrating them on iPhone 18. However, he's now amended his estimate, now suggesting that the new cameras may not come until 2027's iPhone 19. Kuo stated that Samsung would end up replacing Sony as Apple's principal camera supplier, producing a series of new 1/2.6-inch 48-megapixels CMOS image sensors. At the start of the year, leaker Jukanosriv claimed that Samsung had particularly built a 3-layer stacked picture sensor, which was purportedly more advanced than Sony's Exmor RS. The benefits for these sensors include increased pixel density, improved low-light camera performance, reduced battery consumption, and higher dynamic range, much of which arises from the fact those sensor layers are vertically stacked. While Jukanosriv assumed the sensor would be used for the main camera lens, Kuo still thinks that Samsung is providing a 48-megapixels ultra-wide sensor for Apple. Though there's nothing to suggest that Samsung couldn't offer this tech for both. Apple later stated that Samsung would supply iPhone chips that were built in Texas, with the Financial Times reporting that such chips would be a new 3-layer stacked image sensor. This is certainly bad news for anyone wanting to pick up an iPhone 18 next year. But it does mean that this fresh report adds even more anticipation for the iPhone's 20th anniversary in 2027. We've already heard about the likelihood of seeing a new all-glass iPhone that might contain an under-display camera, no doubt some type of Ultra or Pro model. But now it sounds like the ordinary model could pack in more than a few changes too. The iPhone 18 Pro variants are also likely to flaunt a quicker and more power-efficient A20 CPU. While the specific improvements in its performance over the previous A19 Pro chip are unclear, the A20 Pro processor will undoubtedly make the next Pro models the company's quickest. The next chip could be a vital piece in Apple's AI puzzle, opening the way for the long-delayed AI-powered Siri. This version of Apple's digital assistant was initially expected to debut this year, but due to a succession of high-profile exits from the company's AI team and many failed attempts, the company opted to push back the launch to at least a year. The debut is now planned next year, and the A20 Pro processor might play a big part in ensuring this incarnation of Siri delivers on the expectations. So, that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching.